counting up that money in a vision. It's getting close, yeah, I see it.
Alright, man, it's your boy Eric J, man. Got a special guest, man. Boy Tom Virtue's on him. Virtue Bar Lounge. We're gonna take y'all through a tour of what he has going on out here, man. It's one of the best bars in the city in Louisville. And y'all just stay tuned to what he has coming for the night scene and bar food, things like that.
I'll show y'all day in the life of Virtue, man. Shout out to my right hand, Davin, man. The whole staff. Every piece matters to make this puzzle work, man. Every piece.
Late night staying up, hoping and wishing I can learn something, open up and listen. I've been counting up that money and them digits. It's getting close, yeah, I see him in the vision. Long night stay.
So describe a typical day, man, like on Virtue, man, like what you have going on during the week. Like you have certain themes on different days, things like that.
This is where the magic happens, man. This is where a lot of birthdays are celebrated, a lot of memories is made, and we doing crazy numbers pretty much every weekend. We doing crazy numbers, more laid back, chill vibes during the week. No covers on Tuesday, and we ain't charging at the door. You know what I mean? We want you to enjoy yourself. We not here to kill you at the door. Small admission, which is really just making the business model grow so we can continue to enhance the experience, add better quality products, and provide like a safe environment. So people think the cover charge is like us trying to, run it up. Don't get me wrong, it helps. It helps. But with that help comes with those type of numbers, security is number one.
Right.
Like, goal every day is get home safely. Like, I don't take no day for granted that when we lock the doors and we able to close and get back and prepare for the next day, like getting home safe is like number one. Okay. Then we count the money. You know what I mean? Close at 2 o'clock.
2 o'clock in the morning.
2 o'clock.
The wings, man. The food here is banging. I've been in Louisville I've been coming to Louisville since the end of 2018, but I moved up here in May of 2020, and I've been coming here for almost 4 years now. The food ever since y'all added the kitchen, man, it's been on point every time I came in here, man.
Yeah, you've been rocking with us since Oak Street. That was like, everybody's like, well, why you move? That was cool because I think with growth and development, and this location solved all of our problems. We heard the negative things that came with the Oak Street, whether it was people who came or maybe people who lived around in that residential neighborhood that we turned commercial. So instead of becoming a nuisance and ruin our reputation, we had to look for a business that where we can grow and develop. So this location answered those things. Like parking was always an issue. Staying up until 2 o'clock on the weekends wasn't going to happen in that neighborhood. So just those two things alone, between parking, being able to stay up until 2 a.m., and then we got a bigger kitchen. So like you just said, you've been coming to get your LIT, Living Pepper Wings for some years now. So, and then with that bigger kitchen, allowed us to diversify our menu, like adding some desserts, adding a turkey leg, which is doing pretty well for us. But our bread and butter is our catfish and wings, Like we doing hundreds of pounds of wings a week. Then close to 60, 70 pounds of catfish a week. So we, we're doing some good numbers on it.
Just take us through a tour up here and then just kind of describe if somebody it's their first time coming to Virtue, they don't know nobody in here, then just kind of just describe what to expect as far as the atmosphere.
The atmosphere you're gonna get is, first of all, we're gonna try to kill you on the customer service. We're gonna try to set the tone at the door, greet it at the door, properly searched, pat it down. And then after that, it's just turn up time. We're gonna sit down and chill. And we thought about building sections, but we're a firm believer in being able to adapt and recreate for different events. So people's like, once you build your sections, now I like the versatility. I like to switch things around. We just ordered more couches now, so we sell sections on the weekend. So we have more couches coming next week. The tables, we do a lot of repasses. We get some older people. So when you sit down and lunch, I don't want to sit in a section and eat lunch. I pretty much don't like even eating in booths. I prefer a table. Okay. So just being able to have that versatility to be able to dine in and then still turn up at night is why we didn't build sections. Because we want to be able to, like a modular, adapt to what's needed, change it around. We got a kids' Halloween party coming up. So we're going to need more room for them, more tables sitting down. people might have strollers and all that. You know what I mean? Because people's gonna have different age of kids. So just being able to be diverse is where we made our niche. Birthday section, we might do the couches here. We got the dining area. And a lot of the complaints we used to get was, you know, where you pick up your food. Sometimes you just want to grab your wings and go. You don't feel like going out. So we created a carry-out section. Just when you come in, go straight to the door, pick up your food, and you're able to go. So that was something that we wanted to be able to do and still be able to get your food in a timely manner, but not ready to turn out before it. We went with a bigger bar with another location, one longer bar, more bartenders able to work around. And it also allowed us to even cut labor on some days because sometimes our other location we had to have people at both bars and really we just needed one bar, but you wanted to be the outside dining and you know, things like that. Custom built bar, never see it again. And if you add, the light don't give this wood no just, it's ambrosia maple. So if you think you know your wood and you won't know what you're doing, look up ambrosia maple. And that's some real good wood there. You know, the country boys come in and say, man, this is some nice wood you got here, buddy. Where you get that at? You know what I'm saying? So we really went, you know, really did the real details on the custom build, custom size. We did a lot of renovations when we came here. It's what, you know, we had a good shell, but we put our touches on it. Yeah, that's what it matters. I ain't gonna see, I might try to steal our recipes. You know what I mean? We can't let y'all see our seasonings because we never freeze our meat. So everything is fresh. Like, you know, we try to get in that Wendy's type of good.
Well, as far as the drinks, man, like alcohol-wise, what do you usually keep in here?
Man, we got, you know, we keep about 12 different selections of bourbon for our bourbon enthusiasts. Tequila heavy right now, man. I think, you know, the Casamigos, the Don Reposado, like Henny and Remy, I in trouble. You know what I'm saying? I gonna have to come up with something because tequila's doing crazy numbers. I think people trying to eat a little healthier. And just being honest, man, I don't think brown liquor does well for the African American culture. When I talk to a lot of guests, like, what made you finally switch when you was drinking Hennessy for years, Remy for years, man? Stomach problems. I don't know what's going on with that. I think we need to do some homework on that, figure out what that is that is causing African Americans to have those problems with that darker liquor. So I'm a tequila drinker, champagne popper, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Bel Air, shout out to Tequila 512's doing numbers with us too. Okay. So they really coming through. Shout out to Jerry Behan and them, the whole 512 gang. They doing a lot of good things too. So that's making a nice movement as well.
Well, show us what's on the menu, man. So anybody that ain't never
that's that action,
man.
That's that action, man. It don't look like a lot, but it's pressure. A whole lot of pressure right there, man. But like I said, man, we try to keep everything pretty fairly priced, pretty market value. Veggie items for those people who don't eat meat, we got you covered. Salads, you know what I mean? Our salads is pressure as well. So the turkey leg though, man, it's a slept on menu item that we get.
Another thing that snapped on too, man, I just had recently was the tacos.
Every
first
Tuesday,
time, man.
You know, today that's what we back there doing a little bit more prep, but them tacos, the fish tacos with that tone slaw on it, that's, you know, that's what they call it. So it's tone slaw. It's heat. I gotta try it, man. $3 tacos Tuesdays. And don't forget about Jeezy, man. We expanded our brand, doing a lot more things outside of Virtue, man, that we can't do here because of capacity reasons. Thanksgiving weekend, that Saturday, man, we're gonna shut the city down. Party of the year. I'm stamping it.
We go out here to the patio.
The patio's our gym, man. That's where a lot of action happens, where a lot of the players is at. A lot of the females. Cigars. You know, we got our own cigars. This is where the cigars go. We ain't talking about Black and Miles. We talking about that real gentleman cigar. The patio's been a blessing, man. You know, it is heated. You know, we got some heaters out here to make it a little bit more comfortable. We got, one of the things, I believe in trying to be better every day. That's something that I do is I wake up and say, how can I just be a better person? So, of course, I'm going to take that same concept, apply it to the business. So today, you know, well, this weekend I went out and said, you know what, we need a few more heaters. So we ordered 4 more heaters that'll be here, so the whole patio will be covered. Be pretty comfortable. I don't think it's gonna get too cold yet, but at night, you know, when the temperature drop here in the city, it'll be comfortable. So we want y'all to make it conducive for all year round.
walk us through the hookah, man. They out hookah too, so.
Man, let me tell you about the hookah, man. We got a word from the health department that they're trying to stop the hookahs. I don't really understand it, so I have a meeting with them coming up. So we had to pause on the hookah for a minute to make sure we, following all the rules correctly. Some people try to sneak and do it and do all that. I'm trying to do business the right way. Even if I can sneak and do it, I'm not gonna do it. That's just me. But we fighting for y'all hookah smokers, man. We fighting for that to come back. I don't really understand it here. They got the rule where you can't have all three: food, alcohol, liquor, and hookah, whatever. So, but we working on it. We working on it.
Yeah, the hookah's definitely a vibe, man. A lot of people come out here, get their food, and then we walk out here and smoke hookah, just chill out here, especially on a day like this when it feel good outside.
If you know Davin, you know he's not gonna let that hookah go down without a fight. Like, it's Mr. Hookah, like hookah around his neck, ready. You know what I mean? He's got his tip ready. He's gonna jump in with you. That's like his pastime favorite, so we'll fight for that.
Yeah, man. Anybody that's coming through the Louisville area, man, make sure y'all come down here to 1971 Brownsboro Road. Come check out Virtue Bar and Lounge. It's a very dope experience. We got good food, good vibes, good women, good men, for vice versa for ladies. If y'all trying to come out here and have a good time with your friends, celebrate a birthday, repass, anything you want to do, man, reach out to Tony, DA them. We got a lot of good stuff going on out here.
Make sure y'all stop by. There's a few things you gotta do in the city. You gotta get you some grippos. They say you gotta go Indies. You gotta try the Big Red. And you gotta go to Virtue, because we got 3 of the 4. We got grippo wings with the Big Red. Come on, one-stop shop. Holla at us.